Yo, what's up, guys? I got a special battle here. It's pretty much a rematch battle with my boy Jack, aka Sam. A very close and intense battle, very much to the extent where I didn't want it to be that close. So we're gonna get started with this battle as we look forward here. My boy Jack over there is always bringing out the monsters, especially in OU. So he's going to be starting off with his Zelf, as I'm going to be starting off with my Mr. Cheese Sleeves, Mr. Minshaw, as I'm going to be U-turning pretty much straight into my Aerodactyl, because I'm thinking at this point I can either get up rocks like I want to, and this Zelf itself is not going to make it out alive because he goes to withdraw. I go for the Mega Evolution here, and I pretty much pursued him into death. So he ends up getting up rocks, which is pretty good for him. But I end up knocking him out with the pursuit, and fearing a flash cannon, I'm gonna switch out my Aerodactyl into my Mew, and I actually take a flash cannon pretty good, very well here with my Mew. Mew is a monster for these situations just like this, and this Mew happens to hold stuff rocks itself, so I can get up my rocks right now and take a chance for that. As he goes for another flash cannon, pretty much trying to look for, I want to say, Spadef drops. So I'm gonna be getting leftovers. I'm gonna go for the Roost here because I know he can't KO me unless he crits me again like he already just did. So he gets another flash cannon off as I eat it up again. I'm gonna go for another Roost here as I just pretty much just getting my Mew back up while he just effortlessly tries to cannon me down. As he goes for a floor cannon here, this pretty much gonna drop his special attack by 2. Dangerous Merjana over there he has. So I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch at this point. At this point in the battle, pretty much just trying to get a bunch of damage off on this Merjana or whatever he's bringing out here right now. Cause I know he's probably gonna switch out or either go for the Volt Switch, knowing that his special attack was down too. So as he brings out this monster of a Gyarados here, he intimidates me down. So at this point, I'm of course not wanting to stay in. My Minshaw can't really do nothing to a Gyarados either way. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for the taunt so he can't get a Dragon Dance up. Now after that, I will be switching out. So he can't Dragon Dance, so I will be switching out into my Tangrowth because there's pretty much nothing this Gyarados can do to my Tangrowth with anything he does. Even that Ice Fang is doing nothing. As I max defense with the Rocky Helmet. This is not a Spadef bulky Tangrowth here, so any special attack will be destroying me. Like this Merjana, for instance, could probably destroy my Tangrowth with if any other case was going on, where you have a Spadef bulky Assault Vest Tangrowth. That would not happen. So I get the knock off, and I knock off this Merjana's leftovers as I switch back into my Mew, knowing this Merjana can't really do nothing to my Mew, especially once I start roosting up. Unless this Merjana gets a crit, it's pretty much nothing it can do, like at all. So I'm gonna go roost up here once again. As my boy Jack goes for another flash cannon. At this point, he was telling me all he was trying to do was get Spadef drops. If he got any type of Spadef drops, he would have pretty much knocked my Mew out here. And Mew is actually very important to hold off this Merjana because Merjana is a monster, as a beast, especially to the rest of my team. She pretty much OKOs or 2-hit KOs pretty much everything. Mew is the only answer I have defensively for this Merjana, so I'm pretty much baiting him into another floor cannon because I know once he does a floor cannon, it's pretty much nothing that thing can do, period, at all. It's no point for a Merjana to even stay in after the floor cannon, especially against my Mew. So he's looking probably for another crit or another Spadef drop as we play this little Roost back and forth flash cannon game here. I'm gonna go for another Roost, and at this point I believe he actually, oh nope, he goes for another flash cannon. So yeah, I guess we were playing this little game back and forth cat and mouse for a while here. Pretty much that was like probably 4 straight turns as I just start getting my psychic off just to get as much damage as I want off on this Merjana as possible, as I get it a little bit below 50%, and he ends up just Volt switching out into Garchomp. At this point, Garchomp, I was scared that this Garchomp was scarfed. Turns out that this Garchomp has leftovers, so there's nothing really to fear it later on. I thought it can outspeed, pretty much some of my other mons, my Keldeo and my Minshaw and such. But he goes for the Fire Fang, which after Sword Dance actually does do a bit of good damage. But after Rocky Helmet, I'm going to go for the hidden power of Ice here and get a great deal of damage off on this Garchomp, which is good for me. But knowing I can't really take another Swords Dance plus 2 Fire Fang, and I really want to save my Tangrowth here, I'm going to switch straight into my Keldeo because I know Keldeo can take a Fire Fang here. And at this point in the battle, I actually gambled here and I went for an Icy Wind when I should have went straight for the Skull, because I go for an Icy Wind here and it does nothing to Merjana, and I am Scarf, so I'm actually going to have to switch out here because it does nothing. If I went for the Skull or at least the Hydro Pump, this Merjana would have been solidly dead, Oko, for real. And that's of course my Hydro Pump actually hit, which most likely it will because Keldeo's my man. So he goes for the Floor Cannon and gets me down to 3 HP, and just shouts out to Mew for just taking that very well. So I'm gonna go for another Roost here, so good luck Merjana. You're gonna need a crit at this point, especially after the Floor Cannon. So Jack goes for the Vault Switch here, brings back out his Garchomp. And at this point, I know my Mew can pretty much take anything this Garchomp does, a Dragon Claw or Earthquake, especially after these leftovers here. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the knockout with the Psychic here, as he gets me down to about 16 HP. At this point, I maybe should have went for the Roost looking back, because I don't want to lose my Mew, especially when he still has Merjana out there roaming the field. So I pretty much don't want to. I have nothing that I really want to sack off to this Alakazam, so knowing that I pretty much need this Mew for Merjana, at this point it was a tough decision, but I ended up just sacking it off. I could have maybe brought in something else to get sacked off. Maybe my Keldeo would have died to a Psychic. I didn't know he was going to go for Shadow Ball. I maybe could have brought in my Hydreigon. As I do bring in my Hydreigon, he's fearing a Scarf, which is wrong on his part because I have Specs, but it's a good prediction to make, as he does bring out his Merjana to just die to my Dark Pulse here. He's actually going to now bring out his Zapdos, and Zapdos is pretty much a monster, so I'm going to bring out my Chi Sleeves, and I already know he's going to be going for Defogs and Roosts here. So I'm actually going to, I'm pretty much setting up for the taunt, as he does a Discharge here. Oh, nope, I actually go for the knockoff. Okay, wow. I went for the knockoff. In hindsight, I probably should have went for the taunt, just because I know he has, I know I have Rocks out. And yeah, he can always go for the Roost after I get his health down. So I come out with my Aerodactyl and actually Stone Edge and knock out this Zapdos here. So me and Shaw went down to that Zapdos, so I get 1-for-1 here. I go for Stone Edge, as this thing actually dodges my Stone Edge, which always makes me just very mad. Like, at this point that would have been a KO and he would have been down to 1 Pokemon. So at this point I have to switch into my Tangrowth here, after he's up +1 speed and +1 attack, and pretty much siphon this kill, because this thing is a monster at this point. It can outspeed and kill everything on my team. So I bring in my Tangrowth to take that waterfall, then I switch it out to regenerate his health, and I'm pretty much going to sack off my Aerodactyl here because I pretty much have no use for it. He goes for an Ice Fang, destroys my Aerodactyl, so I pretty much come right back out with my Tangrowth here, because I'm going to be getting that Rocky Helmet damage. So I'm pretty much siphoning a kill right now, because he goes for another Dragon Dance, which I maybe expected. But as I go for a knockoff here, I pretty much knock off those leftovers and I get a decent bit of damage. So 2 more attacks on my Rocky Helmet and he does nothing. And it was good that my Tangrowth took nothing there, as I get to switch him out again for another regenerator, as he goes for the Ice Fang and knocks out my freaking Hydreigon. And then I bring out Tangrowth again yet one more time to take another Ice Fang, and he survives yet again. So I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain here, get enough health off, or enough damage off here to straight up knock out this Gyarados. And at this point his last Pokemon is, what is his last Pokemon? Oh, that Mega Alakazam. So at this point I have Tangrowth and Keldeo left, and Keldeo with a Scarf outspeeds Mega Alakazam timid by like 4 points or 3 points or something like that. So I was just happy as fuck, and I looked at the damage, and after Stealth Rocks, which he does have Stealth Rocks, I had an 88% chance to knock this thing out, and my Hydro Pump just came up short, so I probably got the lowest roll possible. So Jack ends up doing a sidekick, knocking out my Keldeo, and that is the 1-0 narrow victory for my boy Jack, aka Sam over there. Another good battle, and this was a good loss to upload because this match was very fun. This was a very fun match, and it came down to the wire. If only I got a greater roll on Keldeo, then maybe I could have won. But you know, that's how Pokemon is. High rolls, hacks, every damage all over the place. Also that Stone Edge miss on Gyarados. So I'm pretty sure some plays in there that Jack wanted too, like a Spadef drop from the Merjano on my Mew. So it went back and forth. But good game to my boy Jack. And 2 videos on the end screen. I'll have some more content for you guys. Thank you. Watch the Tekken videos. Oh, and join my Discord below. We got a draft league and battles going on. Just come check us out. Have fun with us. 2 videos on the end screen. Deuces.